Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this quick and effective lower body strength workout. In today's quick lower body strength workout, we are going to be using some weights as well as a resistance band if you want that extra resistance. And we're going to be going through 5 circuits all together. Today, we're going to work in supersets to maximize the efficiency of the time that we have here together, which means you're going to do one exercise back to back and then a power version of that same exercise to close out the circuit. From there, we're going to go ahead and get started nice and simply here with our warm-up. We're going to begin with our legs a little bit wider than our hips here. Rotate your inner thighs slightly forward and just give me some squats. Down and up, down and up. So for each circuit, again, we're gonna have one exercise that we'll go through 2 times. It'll be 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, so really maximizing that work time that we have. And then we'll finish off the circuit with a variation of that same exercise. Maybe it's adding some cardio, maybe it's adding a little bit more tension, so holding the position for a little bit longer. We have a couple different options. In 5, we're going to come all the way up to stand. 4, 3, last 2. Last one, come all the way up to stand. Walk your feet a little bit closer together, and you're going to give me heel lifts or calf raises. Up and up, up and up. Good, take your hands to your hips here, and think of pushing the thumb side of your pelvis towards the floor as you curl the finger side of your pelvis towards your chest. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, nice job. You can turn to face the side now so you have space behind you. Unlock your knees, keep your hands at your hips here, and now we're going to take it to a hip hinge. I want you to crease at the front of your hip. Your fingertips should be sliding in towards the center of your body. In fact, those bony protrusions that you feel are the front of your pelvis. And then inhale, exhale, come back up. Inhale, hinge, exhale, come back up. Good, weight is heavy in all 4 corners of the feet. And you're trying to keep your hips more or less stacked over your heels as you hinge. So instead of hinging by sending your butt behind your feet, really think of hinging by sending your torso forward. Simply sliding the bottom of your pelvis away from the backs of your thighs. In 4, we're gonna hold the hinge. In 3, last 2, last one, hold it in that hinge position. Take your hands behind your head. Feel that extra weight. Good, just hold for 5. In 4, we come all the way up. In 3, 2, press through those heels, come all the way up to stand. From there, you can take your arms down to your sides, and we're gonna go for a lunge. Step your left leg, step your left leg back, find your lunge, reach your arms overhead, and then come up to stand. And now right leg back, arms overhead. Back and up. Good, back and up. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last one like this. Now I want you to step your left leg back and freeze. From there, you're gonna turn your left knee out and out towards the opposite side of the room. You're in a sumo squat, inner thighs rotated forward. And now that right knee is gonna pivot, right heel lifts, and you're gonna find a lunge, facing the opposite direction. Open your right knee, sumo. Close your left knee, lunge. Open your left knee, sumo. Close your right knee, lunge. One more each direction. And center. Last one. And center. Perfect. From there, you can come all the way up to stand. We're gonna get right on into our first circuit. First circuit, we're gonna be working on squats. Grab a resistance band if you want that extra little bit of tension. We're gonna take our resistance band just above the knees, and then you're gonna grab one weight, which we're going to use at our chest for a goblet style squat. Weight is to the center of the chest here. For our first squat, we're gonna go for a step out squat. So you're gonna find your squat position. Your left foot is gonna step out, step in, and stand. Again, down, out, and in, stand. First round, we'll step out with the left foot. Second round, we'll step out with the right foot. Your second challenge is going to be that end of round challenge where we're gonna go for a lateral squat thruster. You'll step out, reach the weight overhead, step out, reach the weight overhead, out, reach, out, and reach, all right? 30 seconds. We go in 5, left leg steps out. In 3, 2, 30 seconds. So squat, step out, step in, stand, down, out, in, stand. Draw your abdominals together here. And rise, down, out, in, and rise. Good. Just 10 more seconds, and then you have that 10 seconds to recover. Down, 4, 3, 2, last 1. 10 seconds, we'll do the exact same thing to the other side, and then you're on to your power move. We go in 4, 3, 2, here we go. Squat, right foot steps out, right foot steps in, stand, down, right foot, stand, down, right foot, in. Wow. Already feeling my butt, feeling the quads, tops of the thighs, and stand, down, out, in, and stand. Last 4, 3, 2, and stand. All right, 10 seconds. We go for our squat thrusters, lateral style. I'm gonna step to the left. We go in 4, 2 steps right, 2 steps left. 3, 2, 30 seconds. Step out, overhead press. Out, thruster. Step out, thruster. Thrust. Down, and down, down. Lift. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Just 10 seconds. And then you are out of here. Enjoy these last squats. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take your resistance band off. We will see it at the end of our workout. For our next exercises, we're gonna work on lunges. You have a step back lunge on one side, step back lunge on the other side, and then we're gonna do that lunge to sumo squat that we saw in the warm-up. We have 5 seconds, left leg is gonna step back. In 3, 30 seconds on. 2, here we go. 30 seconds, step back, step together. Step back, step together. As you lunge, you want that front knee over your ankle, in line with the middle of your foot. Don't take such a far step back with that left leg. You want your left knee underneath your hip at the bottom. Good. You've got 5. In 3, 2, 10 seconds to recover. We do the same thing to the other side. Right leg is going to be our stepper. 4, 3, 2, step back with the right leg. Step back, step in. Whoop. Down and up. This is my less stable side. So I gotta focus. Move a little bit slower so I don't lose my balance. 10 seconds. And then we're getting into our isometric challenge. 4, 3, last 2, last 1. You can go ahead and drop the weights. We're gonna go body weight. Stay facing the same direction. Right leg's gonna step back. Lunge, sumo, lunge. 3, 2, here we go. Lunge, sumo, opposite side lunge. Sumo, opposite side lunge. Now I think I said isometric. This is not isometric. Isometric means you're not moving. We're obviously moving. However, what I wanted to say was more we're staying in the tension. 10 seconds. Building what's called time under tension, which is a little bit more about your endurance. Last 4, 3, last 2, last 1, stand. Whew. All right, feel those thighs. All right, up next, we're gonna go for our deadlifts. We're gonna go typical deadlift, equal weight between both feet, 2 times through, and then we have a deadlift clean for your more power challenge. I'm gonna use those same weights I've been using because I've been loving them. 10 seconds, we'll go for our deadlifts. Small reminder, open your chest, collarbones wide, spine long as you hinge. 3, 2, 30 seconds. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Equal weight between both of your feet. Pressing big toes down, pinky toes down, and both sides of your heels. Down and up, down and up. Good. You've got just 10 seconds left. 4, 3, last 2, last 1. 10 seconds, we go for that exact same thing again. Turn to face the other direction, why not? 4, here we go. 3, 2, 30 seconds. Now, if I was doing this just for myself and I wasn't filming, I would be using heavier weights because of the shorter work period. So whenever you're doing these shorter workouts, shorter working periods, you want to be able to, or not be able to, you want to try to use heavier weights, really test your strength in these shorter workouts, 3, 2, 1, because you'll have less time to work, which means you can push yourself a little bit more. In 4, we go for our clean, deadlift clean. 3, 2, here we go. 30 seconds, deadlift, rack the weights up at your chest. Deadlift, rack the weights up at your chest. Or on the heads of the shoulders, rather. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Good, and what I have to work on here is keeping my front ribs pulling in towards my spine and not arching my back. That's what I'm focusing on. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do one more together. Hinge, 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 and clean. All right, up next, last standing exercise, everybody. We're gonna go for a sumo squat. You've seen it before. Sumo squat. We're gonna go down. This time it's gonna be a 1.5. So you're gonna come halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. Down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. Then we're gonna hold at the bottom for real for an isometric challenge. Meeting there. Let's go in 5 seconds. In 4, grab that weight. 3, 2, 1.5 sumo. Down, halfway, down, and rise. Now I have my weight racked in a back racked position because I feel just more comfortable here. You could also take the weight in front of your chest and do the same thing. For me, I tend to get a little bit of tension in my middle back, so having the weight behind my head feels just a little more comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. 10 seconds, we do that exact same thing again. 5, 3, 2, 1.5 sumo. Down, halfway, down, stand. Down, halfway, down, stand. Good, really pressing your inner thighs forward, outer thighs back, chest is proud, and stand. Up, down, and stand. You got 10 more seconds. 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1, stand. In 10 seconds, you're just gonna hold that isometric hold at the bottom. Go as low as you can. 4, 3, 2, 30-second hold at the bottom. Press your knees wide, knees towards pinky toes. Curl your pubic bone towards your face slightly. Feel those inner thighs opening up. Good, and if you want to get a little bit lower, let's try. You've got just 15 seconds left. 10 seconds, you can always get rid of the weight. Last 6, last 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Ooh, baby, all right. Getting rid of that weight, you're gonna grab your lighter weight, I would recommend, as well as a resistance band for what is to come. All right, so we're gonna grab that resistance band. I'm gonna go for lighter weight, maybe the same weight you were just using is gonna work for you, and you're gonna place it over the front of your pelvis. We're gonna go for 30 seconds of a glute bridge, lifting and lowering, 2 times through. And then your challenge for this exercise, you're gonna hold your hips up, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, and press your knees out into that resistance band, all right? We go in 5, 4, 30 seconds of bridge. 3, 2, here we go. Lift, lower, hover. Lift, lower, hover. Feet are hip width apart here. Knees are reaching towards the middle of your foot. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Hug your front ribs in towards your spine. It's like you're trying to close the front of your body. 10 seconds, just lowering to a hover. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, last 2. Give me one more. Lift and lower. 10 seconds. We do it again. I'm going to change weights. I feel good. We go in 3. Ooh, in 2. Here we go. Lift, hover, lift, hover. Up and down. Nice job, everybody. Almost out of here. We came, we saw, we burned out the lower body. I'm filming a lot of shorter workouts right now because it is fixing to be holiday season, which I know is a busy season, so you may not have as much time as usual to work out. So let's just get it done in 20 minutes, yeah? 4, 3, 2, lower down. 10 seconds. You're gonna reach those arms with the weight towards the ceiling. Hold your hips up to knee press. 3, 2, arms up, hips up, press those knees. Out, out, and out. I'm gonna keep going just like this, as ridiculous as that is. If your band rolled up and you wanna adjust it, you just adjust it, okay? The band is doing nothing for me right now. 10 seconds, we're gonna hold those hips nice and high. Just hold, a little bonus moment here for the butt. In 5, last 4, last 3, you can do this. Last 2, last 1, hold those hips nice and high. Give me tiny pulses of the hips. Exhale, lift, root down through both of those feet. Good, if the weight is becoming too much, you can reach your arms overhead and just drop that weight to the mat, and then reach your arms back to the ceiling without it for 10. Keep pulsing for 9. Keep pulsing, 8. Last 6. Last 4. 3, 2, 1, and release. Ah, nice job. All right, you can take off that resistance band. We will stay on the floor and use it to stretch, in fact. Extend your left leg long on the mat, right leg long to the ceiling. You can loop that band around your arch. And pull the thigh towards your chest, feeling the hamstrings lengthen. Yeah, these just quick bite-sized workouts. Minimal time, maximum effort. So that even if you don't really have the time to do your usual, whatever that might mean, it doesn't mean that you can't still take some time for yourself on the mat. Good, and I know this season brings a lot of joy for a lot of people, but it's also a relatively, charged season in terms of the plans, the emotions, etc. So we work hard. We also got to be gentle with ourselves. If this wasn't the, best 20 minutes that you've been able to do on the mat, don't worry about it. Nice. From there, we'll go ahead and take the band off of the foot. We're going to rock and roll up to a seated position. From there, bring your right leg long. Take your left foot on top of the right thigh. Grow super tall through your spine and just fold forward at your hips, breathing some space into the left outer hip. And I say that because my left hip, when I get in this position, immediately kind of clenches up. And so take a second to see if you can just let that left hip be. There we go. Same thing, opposite side. Extend your left leg. Bring your right foot on top of that left thigh. Ooh, wow. Grow super tall here, and then hinge yourself forward. Allowing that right hip to just relax and open. Coming back to center, give yourselves a big round of applause. Nice job with that lower body workout. If you want to see some more strength workouts from me, I'll link you to my strength playlist. And if you want to see more from me in general, then I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I have new workouts every single week. Thank you.